One coming up here between Dan Rule and Robbie Brown for the 160-pound championship. Parkersburg and Winterset are tied in the standings coming into this match.
They're tied for fourth, and so there won't be a tie after this match.
Dan Rule just took the lead. He's undefeated this year for Parkersburg. His coach, Jay Llewellyn. He's up 2-0 now. Robbie Brown of Winterset is his opponent. In the other matches that we'll be watching on the 1A mat, Mike Prehm of Clarion Goldfield is wrestling Chad Kroze of Clarksville. And at 3A, Ken McNear of Ankeny wrestles Ed Miles of Mason City for the 160-pound championship. Let's go back to AA, to Rule against Robbie Brown.
Well, right now, Coach Gary Christensen is fixing the headgear. It must have a broken nose. Robbie Brown must have a broken nose, and they have a face mask on there. And Coach Gary Christensen is trying to get that settled there, while Dan Rule waits out in the center of the mat. Dan Rule from Parkersburg, 32-0. Robbie Brown from Winterset,
31-11, but he's a junior.
Only a junior.
Rule, with a lot of experience, has the lead, 2-0. And
he's
driving that half Nelson.
Oh, he is. Yes, he's still got it.
1, 2, 3.
Boy, I'll tell you.
2 red.
This Dan Rule is very good in flurries. He's a tough type of hustler-wrestler, and he comes out on top in flurries here.
And he had a 2-point near fall. Here it looks like he's racking up another one.
Nothing.
No, not a near fall.
Coached by Jay Llewellyn, former Cedar Falls and UNI athlete.
Referee again is Don Crandall of Oskaloosa.
Let's go, gentlemen. Let's go, gentlemen. Pick it up.
Rule again driving. We've seen a good deal of that tonight. 3 or 4 wrestlers using with the legs in and the half Nelson.
They've been driving, and I like it when they get out there with that confidence. Clarksville wrestler Chad
Kroze. Chad Kroze.
Chad Kroze.
Green, your choice. Up, down, neutral, or defer. Green defers.
Here are the team standings from AA, which is the level of school size these gentlemen represent.
Keep it hustling, man. Let's keep it hustling.
Well, we don't have it for you right now. But,
and I'll finish my thought. Chad Kroze from Clarksville did jump out in the first period to a 2-0 lead with only 14 seconds left in the first period over Mike Prehm from Clarion Goldfield.
Center.
5-0 now. As the escape by Rule starts the second period.
That's 2 red.
And he goes up 7-0 with the takedown that follows. Well, Robbie Brown is going to have to think of something here to take this mind control away from Dan Rule. It's not, after a while, it gets to be mental too, as well as physical.
Let's score points,
and Rule is dominating on top.
Well, when they're confident enough to roll and get a little bit high, you know they're feeling a lot of confidence, like you were saying, and that's a mark of someone who knows they're in control, and that's where Dan Rule is right now. 7-0 with 50 seconds left in the second period.
Watch your arm.
On the 3A mat at 160 pounds, the score is 6-1. Ed Miles from Mason City leading Ken McNear from Ankeny with 1 period left.
Chad Kroze is leading Mike Prehm at the 1A. 2-1.
Warning red. You're just hanging with the
There's
legs.
A warning against
red.
Dan Rule. Too much of a good thing,
on
says
top of the legs, young man.
Don Crandall. 7-0. And coasting is what he's saying. There's the Robbie Brown with the nose protector.
Dan Rule's brother was a state champion five or so years ago for Parkersburg, so it's, as they say, in the genes, and he's driving for a state championship of his own here. The Parkersburg athletes ahead 7-0. Looking for some more points here.
Wrestling confidently on top.
Hey, come on. Easy.
Still 7-0 at the end of the second period. Now we have the 2A standings for you. New Hampton is up there on top. St. Ansgar has moved ahead of Grinnell. Then you see this battle here between Parkersburg and Winterset.
Well, the winner will move up for the trophy.
They'll win up.
The winner will go to third place.
They'll tie St. Ansgar with 4 more points because St. Ansgar has 51.
Wow. Tied for second place. Very important match.
The winner gets a trophy for his team.
Well, and look at what the score is. It's 7-0 with an 8-point win. That would put him ahead of St. Ansgar.
That's right.
If that would, but it's not going to happen.
Nothing,
well,
we got nothing. We got nothing.
Whoa, what a flurry. And look who comes out on top in that flurry. Dan Rule from Parkersburg. He has got a major decision now. That would put Parkersburg in second place.
Out of bounds here, man. Bring down.
What a big match for Parkersburg.
It sure is. It would break the tie for fourth all the way up to second.
Steady.
And what it would also do is take a trophy away from Grinnell. And the other team that's not as well
that's
as
inevitable.
The other team here. That's inevitable. It's true. Either one of these teams is going to do that.
We got warning green. Come on, son. Warning green.
Here's a warning against Robbie Brown on the bottom.
And the Mason City, Ed Miles from Mason City has just won a championship with a 6-1 victory over Ken McNear from Ankeny in the AAA match. Congratulations to Mike Burford,
His coach.
Mike's had a great year.
That was a close
fantastic
situation. There's a reversal by Robbie Brown, and he almost caught Rule on his back. So that takes away the major decision.
That takes away the major unless Dan Rule can escape.
It's a great importance here.
Can you imagine what St. Ansgar's, you think they're watching this match? Nope, there is the major again.
Now that makes it 11-2. They just went from third to second. Again.
Smart points, gentlemen, both of you. Use them or get off of there.
It'll be worth 5 points to the team, and that would put them in second place.
Go up there, improve it. Improve it.
There it is. Stalemate. No, that's stalemate.
Use it.
No, time's out.
That's it.
I'm not sure. They haven't decided yet.
You know, I'm not so sure that Jay Llewellyn and Dan Rule know what's just happened for their team either.
No, I don't suppose they do. But I think they may very well have, say, 1 or 2 seconds are left here. Because I don't think they stopped the clock as fast as
We got 2
Don
seconds,
Crandall. Yes.
Gentlemen, you're down. You're down.
11-2.
You're down. 2 seconds.
If Rule wins, and I don't see how he can avoid it. You know. He wins.
That's it.
There is a leap for Parkersburg from fourth to second.
Shake hands, gentlemen.
And here's a story right here over on the single A mat right here. It's quite a story. Mike Prehm, there as we see Dan Rule in double A, loving that win. Here we are at 1A. What a story. It's 4-3. Mike Prehm ahead from Clarion. Doug, he was third in the district. And because of another wrestler not being able to make the state, Mike Prehm got to take his third place and turn it into a state qualifier, and here he is. And those two wrestled before in the sectional tournament. So here they are in the finals, Mike Prehm and Chad Kroze.
Pronounces it Cruzi,
Cruzi.
Here's Prehm trying to take down at 40 seconds to go. He didn't get it.
Well, this reminds me, 1969, I got to tell you, my teammate, Ron McDonald, was third in the district. He came back from Morning Sun and won a state championship when he finished third in the districts and hadn't qualified, but the person ahead of him got injured. We could have the same situation here. Third place in the districts. A week ago, you don't think you're coming? You're not even coming? And here you are in the finals, tied, and could have won a state championship. What a turnaround.
Well, he's from a proud wrestling town. Clarion has a great history of wrestling.
Oh, man.
But he's the only man here from Clarion this year. But we didn't know he was going to be here.
The only loss Prehm has had has been to Cruzi.
He's had 2 losses.
He lost in the sectional and the district tournament to Cruzi.
And here is...
This is something else. It looks like it could be another overtime.
Beginning to look that way. We're in the last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. It's an overtime.
Wow.
So the referee is Bob McNeil from Cedar Rapids. One of the many veteran referees here who are used to being in charge in these meets. They do high school meets. Many of them do college meets. They're the best the state of Iowa has to offer, and that's very, very good. We're at 160 pounds in the 1A championships and overtime. Again, this is they will go 3 more minutes. 3 more periods, 1 minute each. Mike Prehm of Clarion Goldfield,
coached by Craig Warnicki,
against Chad Cruzi of Clarksville, coached by Ron Peterson.
Ron Peterson has really put together a program at Clarksville year in and year out in the last several years. They've done a fine job, and that's a tribute to the coach.
Before we get to the overtime, we want to tell you about a special time coming up on Iowa Public Television called Festival. The dates, March 5th through March 18th. And during that period, you can enjoy some very special programs. And you're asked to show your support for the high-quality program by calling and pledging dollars to friends of Iowa Public Television. The money raised during the festival is used during the coming year to help with program expenses, such things as college wrestling, for instance, that we have an interest in. And programs, these are underwritten with friends' dollars. So tune in and enjoy the spectacular programs, and please show how much you appreciate quality television by joining friends. Here we go in the overtime between Prehm and Cruzi. $160 over Iowa Public Television. It's the 1A championship. Overtime. They went 4-4 through regulation time. Prehm in the black, Cruzi in the maroon. Long
Prehm in on a single leg, but he's got to get it cut across to a double, or Cruzi is going to be able to get around for the 2 points. He's trying to cross face right here. Prehm sucking in right there, trying to suck in the hips, pulling in the knee, as you see, and it's going to be called for a stalemate if no improvement's made. Bob McNeil from Cedar Rapids, the referee, a veteran referee.
8 seconds to go in the first period. Bob McNeil still thinks there's opportunity in there for somebody, so he's not calling them away from it. There's the end of the period. It's actually a good-looking, quick, long single by Prehm and a dandy counter by Cruzi. That's Prehm. Going into the down position to begin the second 1-minute period. 4-4. So now they decided on mat wrestling. Eight seconds went by. Riding time is not a factor in high school wrestling. Not even in the overtime, not even as a point of difference when you come to criteria in a tie.
There's the escape for Mike Prehm.
So it's 5-4 in favor of Prehm. He's a story, as we said. Didn't know he was going to make it to the state.
Well, you can imagine last Sunday morning he was probably a little down and saying, well, I sure would have liked to have been there. And I doubt if he was dreaming. I doubt if he even dreamed about this.
$30 seconds to go. Clarion Goldfield against Clarksville. We have 18 seconds to go. Now, in the next period, unquestionably, Cruzi will take the down position and have the same opportunity to escape that Prehm had.
There's a shot by Prehm and counter by Cruzi. Just how it's been all night long with these two.
5 seconds to go in the second overtime minute. And it's through. Overtime. Second period. This time, Cruzi's choice. And he goes under. Now, Brad Prehm, Mike Prehm is looking over his shoulder at his coach Craig Warnicki saying, should I let him go? Should I ride him?
And Craig Warnicki saying, ride him, but don't give him two.
You've heard that before.
One, not two. One, not two.
You've said it before, I think. And here comes, you see Cruzi stepping across to stop just what you were talking about, a switch by Prehm for two. 17 seconds gone. In high school wrestling, it isn't a matter of when you get out for points. It's just do you get out.
Little light reading there by Ron Peterson's assistant.
Tough first move by Cruzi. That's a warning against Prehm for staying down on the leg.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you know your criteria, he can take a stalling call. Mike Prehm can take a stalling call here and possibly still win the match. It just depends what happened in regulation time, and we don't know that. Oh, he doesn't. Okay, it's on the feet.
5-5. 30 seconds to settle it.
Well, we don't have the advantage of knowing the regulation time. Somebody got the win here in criteria, and hopefully the coaches know who it is.
From the activity of Craig Warnicki, the Clarion coach, it may very well be that Cruzi has criteria, but I'm not sure. 7 seconds to go in a 5-5 match. And it will come down to criteria.
They know, and it looks like the Clarksville people,
yeah, they're happy. They must feel they have maybe, I don't think they have near fall points, but maybe more takedowns. We'll see. Takedowns get priority over reversals.
Well, Mike Prehm gave it one great effort. He was really trying there. What a great comeback for Mike Prehm, and what a great win for Chad Cruzi. And if it is a win for Chad Cruzi, to win in the sectionals district and state over the same man is a tough thing to do. And it appears that possibly he has done it. But of course, we won't know. Until these men in the stripes get back to the center and raise the winner's hand.
It's at 160 pounds. We still have 171 to go, 189, and then heavyweight in the state wrestling championships from Veterans Auditorium on Iowa Public Television. We look forward every year to the excitement of the state championship. The winner is Cruzi. He had more escapes than Prehm.
And so that last escape,
that was the one.
Did win it.
It did. So they went down to the 5th point of criteria,
where it says if a tie remains, the wrestler with the greater number of hits.
Third place, Ryan Goodrich, Pleasantville. Runner-up, Mike Prehm, Clarion. The 1A 160-pound champion from Clarksville, Chad Kroze.
Chad had a tough match tonight, as you saw, against Mike Prehm of Clarion Goldfield, but he won in overtime. Something to remember. 160. This is one we brought you
Presenting
complete.
2A 160-pound awards, Coach Jay Llewellyn of Parkersburg. 6th place, Ryan Pernall, Carlisle. 5th place, Corey Denner, New Hampton. 4th place, Keith Levan, St. Ansgar. 3rd place, Chad Stouter, Glenwood. Runner-up, Robbie Brown, Winterset. The Class 2A 160-pound champion from Parkersburg, Dan Rule.
Congratulations, Dan. He ran Parkersburg up into 2nd place with his victory tonight. He had a major decision over Robbie Brown of Winterset. So his team is happy about his trophy and his medal, and also will be happy about the trophy they'll be awarded here later. Let's go to 3A.
Awards, Coach Mike Burford of Mason City. 6th place, Jeff Johnson, Clinton. 5th place, Chip Shull, Southeast Polk Runnels. 4th place, Eric Peters, Ames. 3rd place, J.J. Holmes, Waterloo East. Runner-up, Ken McNear, Ankeny. The 3A 160-pound champion from Mason City, Ed Miles.
Ed Miles, who won the championship of the 6-to-1 match tonight. Let's go to Dean Board.
Single A champion.